I feel like Spark Notes, 7 curses. The most important thing for 7 curses, if I could sum it all up, probably Caged Heart, Heart of the Golem, and Nephthys Guard. I feel like Nephthys Guard was the biggest one where I was like, whoa, halves damage from undead. This is the one where I feel like really changed my life. I'm trying to think of other things that like really made a huge difference on 7 curses, but nah, it was really just Nephthys Guard. I feel like Vitae is the other thing, just having a shitload of life. And then Safeguard, obviously Safeguard is OP as shit. Yeah, Safeguard is absolutely fucking broken, but it's really rare. That's the problem, so you're not really gonna get it. It's not like easily attainable. I feel like Vitae is a lot easier to get. Vitae for sure. I honestly would probably take off that burning too. It's kind of annoying with certain enemies like phantoms and stuff because it like makes enemies burn that are near you. I don't know. It's tough. In certain circumstances it is pretty good, but like, I don't know. Once you get super OP, it becomes an annoyance. I think that's the best way to describe it. Oh yeah, getting health too on your affixes. You can see that plus 4.15 on this one. I feel like health and Nephthys Guard, I think those are the biggest like changes to your life on 7 curses. And I feel like once you get that, you're pretty much good. And then obviously just more damage, like getting your combat up, you know, obviously. Oh, what is my damage even? I don't even know. Let's see. 153% melee damage. So I'm assuming this is like, you know, revoked the 7 curses debuff. I don't know percentages in Minecraft. I think they're additive. They're not multiplicative. Archery really helped too with 7 curses using the archery exploit. I mean, that's like an exploit, so I mean, like, I don't know, maybe you wouldn't be comfortable doing that, but I feel like that was something that would really help. At least early game. What did I have on here? Exploding shot on the arrow was really good because it makes your arrows explode in AoE, and the explosion seems to do the same amount of damage as your actual arrow, so that's pretty fucking OP. Ifrit's Blessing, that was another one that really helps for weapons, weapons and bows. Ifrit's Blessing is really good. You put yourself on fire, you're gonna have the obsidian skull anyways, which makes you immune to burning. The only problem is it like covers up the whole bottom of your screen, and on my texture pack the fires go up to like almost 2/3 of my screen, but I think on the normal Minecraft texture pack it only goes up to like 1/4 or something, so it won't be as bad. But yeah, you can put yourself on fire and you'll do like exponentially more damage with Ifrit's Blessing. That one I feel like is another big deal. I feel like the stuff that actually makes a difference with this bow is exploding shot, growing. You don't need harpoon shot. Harpoon shot just has piercing. You don't need that. Exploding shot, Ifrit's Blessing, growing, and then overcharge. Quick draw just makes you shoot faster. Overcharge makes you do more damage. I could probably put on some other bow enchants on here to make it like super good, but I didn't really feel the need, and I'm also not a bow person, so that's why I didn't really do it. On this guy, I mean, I've talked about weapons before. I still feel like Spartan Weapon is the most powerful enchant. The only other enchant that I would put on here is Ares Grace or Sage's Blessing, because the Dreadsteel Scythe obviously can't have a Sage's Blessing. I don't know why it doesn't work. And then Ares Grace is not necessary on Dreadsteel because it already has full armor pen, supposedly full armor pen. So yeah, Magical Blades, Spartan Weapon. I feel like Perpetual Strike does not fucking help. People were telling me you should put on Perpetual Strike, and I'm like, I did not see a fucking difference. And the problem with Perpetual Strike is that you can only get up to level 3 naturally, but see here it says like level 9 or whatever, but that's not true because you can only get up to level 3. So if you got a higher level Perpetual Strike that was on an Apotheosis mini boss like weapon drop, or maybe from a fishing, you know, a fishing weapon drop or something, then yes, by all means, probably Perpetual Strike is probably better, you know, at level 5 or 6 or whatever. Definitely, if you have that. If you only have Perpetual Strike 3, I don't think you should fucking use it because I don't really feel like it makes a difference at all. On 7 curses anyways. This is all 7 curses specific advice I'm giving here, not regular RAD2. Yeah, Frost Aspect is really good. Critical hit. Frost Aspect weakens and slows enemies. Magical Blade is more magic damage. 7th, I don't know if 7th or Vorpal is better. I'm pretty sure Vorpal is like the best crit enchant in the game because it gives you a chance to quote unquote like behead the enemy, and it does like a super crit. So I don't know about 7th. I don't know how Vorpal compares to 7th. I feel like 7th is good. I think I could be full of shit. I need to test them to find out which one's better, but I feel like they're both good. I mean, it's like, screw it. You might as well put on both of them. It's like having 2 crits. And then the critical hit 3, I'm like, it's all right. I mean, it's decent, but I would rather have Blessed Blade or something like that. I mean, these are kind of like mandatory if you don't know about these. Having these buff necklaces, you can make them with, you can upgrade them with, what is it, diamond block, netherite ingot, and then a netherite block to buff them up all the way. Just so that way you have resistance 2, and then you can only have 1 regen in RAD2. You can't have regen 2 from these necklaces. Resistance 2, I have luck. Vampiric gloves are really good, gives you lifesteal. That's really saved my ass. I also have, what is it? Lifesteal aura on the legs. That's also another really nice addition. That's something that will change your life, having lifesteal, because you can lifesteal like a quarter of your life back. And then if you can get the actual real life leech enchant, is this the good one? Yeah, heals the user for portion of damage dealt. This is lifesteal on hit rather than lifesteal on kill. I mean, the lifesteal on kill ones are good, but like this is the best one, life leech 3. That's the best, along with vampiric gloves. And then lifesteal aura, you'll probably be pretty like unkillable as long as you keep hitting. I feel like this location ring is mandatory because it sucks up everything in 16 walk. Crystal heart gives you more life. Emblem of monster slayer, I mean, it helps a little bit. It's not that big of a deal on 7 curses. Heart of the golem makes you take 25% less damage, melee damage. Caged heart reduces damage dealt that exceeds quarter life. You probably get rid of my quiver. Cross necklace, I mean, it's like whatever, it helps a little bit, I guess. I just have that because I don't have another necklace that's better. I'm using the Furious Fire Gauntlet, or the Fire Gauntlet rather, so that way I can have put enemies on fire, so that way I can proc the Ifrit's Blessing. That's about it. If you don't, I have Rabbit's Feet on my boots, which makes me take no fall damage. If you don't have Rabbit's Feet, you can get the bunny boots, which is what you should be wearing, because that makes you take no fall damage. I think that's about it. I'm trying to look at my enchants. What enchants do you need to know about? You should have mana regen and mana boost on all your gear, so that you can cast spells better. Insight 3 is more XP. Adept makes you mine stuff faster in the air. That's not that big of a deal. I already talked about Vitae. You need Vitae on everything because it gives you more life. Curse of Bones is pretty good. It makes you, puts on like a shield that reduces damage. Deflect 2 has a chance to block projectiles. It's like, it's decent. I feel like the chance is really small though. Rejuvenate, I think, makes you take more healing, like you get healed a lot more. If you don't know about Safeguard, Safeguard is the single best defensive enchant in RAD2 because it makes you can take a damage hit regardless of where it came from and you won't take damage. See on the bottom how it shows in purple, like Safeguard 3 in parentheses? That means I can take 3 damage instances without taking any damage, which is ridiculous on 7 curses. But keep in mind, that does mean like if you get poisoned, you will take the 3 damage tick from the poison and then you're gonna get hit after that. So just keep that in mind. If you're bleeding, poison, wither, Safeguard pretty much just gets turned off because all your damage shield stacks are getting taken off by the, you know, poison or whatever. But if you're not poisoned, Safeguard is super fucking good, especially if you're fighting a dragon or something. Vitality is another one that gives you more health. Also, you should have Sage's Blessing on everything. Burning, I talked about that earlier. I feel like early game burning is really good because it makes enemies take damage if they get near you. Late game, once you get super OP, I feel like it's annoying because it will make phantoms go away from you rather than, you know, you're trying to hit them in the air and you can't hit them. It's annoying. I don't like it. I need to take it off. Lifesteal aura, I talked about that. I think that's mandatory. The Bootsies, Depth Strider, that makes you walk underwater a lot better. I think that's really helpful, mandatory. I already talked about mana boost, mana regen. Rabbit's Feet I talked about. Safeguard. Speed boost makes you walk faster. That's kind of nice. Anything else I can think about? On my shield, auto block. I think it works good. I no idea. Phalanx is nice, makes you run faster. Bulwark, I don't even remember what the fuck is Bulwark. What is Bulwark? Prevents the wielder from being knocked back. Oh yeah. Spikes and thorns are just, spikes is just another type of thorns. I used to have mending on this, but this thing doesn't break, so I used to have mending on my other shield. For my pick, I just have efficiency, fortune 4, mending, range, unbreaking. Boon of the Earth makes you get random like ores and stuff when you mine. I feel like it's not really that necessary. It's like a super ultra rare enchant or something. Yeah, very rare. But I mean, like sometimes it gives me like 1 diamond or like some other random ore. I don't feel like it's that big of a deal. I just wanted to try it out because I didn't know what it even did. I should probably show you my spells, huh? In case this is the last video I ever make. Here's my fishing pole, Luck of the Sea, Lure, Unbreaking. Angler's Bounty makes you take get like a chance of getting like 2 or 3 extra fish or something. Unholy Grail's good for getting endurance. That's really good. Build a scythe for chopping off heads, like getting wither skulls for the wither. I put looting on it. You should put I don't think I talked about scavenger, huh? I didn't talk about scavenger and looting. Looting is obviously, you know what that is. Scavenger it gives you a chance to get a second, like it rolls a second roll on the loot table or whatever, so you can get 2 items from an enemy. That one's really good. If you have, it's really rare though, so if you have scavenger, an extra one, you could put it on a scythe too for getting heads. Oh yeah, you should know about Tome of Hungering Knowledge. If you've played RAD2, you need Tome of Hungering Knowledge, and you need like what? You need all this stuff. Lots of blaze powder, lapis, and then prismarine. That's like a mandatory item, so you can disenchant stuff. What else? Anything else important that you need to know about 7 curses? Always keep your food good. Oh yeah, these are the 2 best foods: stuffed aubergine for veggies, and then you can eat strawberry shortcake for everything else. Contrary to popular belief, you do not need to have sugar at all. There is no target for sugar. You do not need it. It's a pointless stat, so don't worry about sugar. Some people think you need to have sugar. You don't. It's just protein, carbs, fruits, and then you handle veggies with the stuffed aubergine. For the stuffed aubergine recipe, I use it needs 2 raw vegetables and 1 cooked vegetable along with the cooked aubergine. So I just use 2 raw potatoes with 1 regular potato, just like that recipe you just saw, and that's like so easy to make. Anything else? Let me look at spells real quick. My trinkets, creepo, if you can get this one, this is really good. It makes creepers just disappear when they fully detonate and they don't make an explosion, so you're immune to creepers pretty much. Luck coin is really nice. Luck 2 all the time. Blaze heart is really fucking good. This one actually makes you immune to lava damage too. I don't remember it being like that in the first RAD2 playthrough, but maybe they changed it, or maybe it was like that. I don't remember. Karma, why do I have karma on? Take that shit off. The golem, we don't need that. Even this one, mining, eating food heals you. Turtle shell, this one's really nice. I got this early game. You can breathe underwater. This one is hella OP. Mad aura, you're immune to arrows. I didn't get this till way later. That thing is hella broken. Treble hooks, you get triple rolls from fishing. Anything else good in here? There's a bunch of other ones that are really good, but I don't have them. I have them on my first RAD2 playthrough, so if you want to see, just go watch my first videos. I have one where I talked about this stuff, I think. All right, we can look at spells real quick. It's helpful to have a shitty leap spell when you're fighting like the Ender Dragon, for example. This is self slow fall leap. It's just a really like low power leap spell. It's really nice. It helps. Then I have a second one, self slow fall leap amplify, which is like a little bit better. And then I have this super big leap that I use for just traveling around the world super far. Just self slow fall leap, ton of amplify. Anything else? I made a water leap. That's right. When I was farming guardians, I made this one. Just don't put on slow fall, so you can use this underwater. Just self and leap. And then if you need a better one, you can just put amplify on it. I also have 3 spell books. This one is like my movement spell book, where I have my leap spell all the time, because you need leap all the time, so you can save your ass if in case you die or you're gonna die. Having a dedicated leap spell book is very helpful. You should have one. At least I feel it's necessary. I don't know. Maybe you don't, but I feel it's necessary. This spell book on my number 5 is like my utility spell book. This one I have a light spell, which is just projectile light. I never use this mage block. Self-wet is just self with water, so I could take off my fire when I get put on fire, because it's annoying having your screen covered in fire all the time. Grow spell. For grow spell, it needs to be touch. It can't be projectile, otherwise it won't work. Touch, grow, and you can put more AoEs to make it do better. I don't know if amplify affects grow spell or not. Shield, this is a super extremely powerful spell, but you can't really use it until late game, or if you have the mage's armor, then you probably could. Self, shield, tons to amplify, and then extend time so it lasts like 30 seconds. It makes you take like way less damage. It's really helpful when you're fighting dragons. But like I said, you can't really use it till later. Heal spell. I should probably put amplify or something on this. You can extend time. That's what I wish. It takes a ton of mana, but it's still helpful to have. Dispel, probably the best spell in the game besides leap. All it is just self and dispel. This will take off everything. It'll take off like wither. It'll take off any spells you accidentally put on. If you notice, it just took off like all my buffs, but it will put my buffs will come back right now. It's really helpful. The only time you should be aware of Dispel if you're doing a ritual, you know, with the ritual brazier with these thingies. Do not use Dispel because it will take off your spell also. So just keep that in mind if you're doing a ritual spell. Take off Dispel off your thing so you don't accidentally cast it and take off your spell. I did that multiple times in my first playthrough. It was pretty funny. Fell trees is kind of a good spell. Projectile, fell, and then AoE. It'll like shred up trees. I feel like if you just use the ultimine, like you can just do that instead. I think that's a lot better than using fell, but it's up to you. Night vision, another one that's kind of mandatory. Self plus conjure mage light. You could do this literally at the beginning of the game, which is really nice. Just put a ton of extend times and it lasts like 30 seconds or 2 minutes. I don't remember. I don't even think I can see it. A minute and 30. There you go. I wish it could last longer, but whatever. I have this spell because of Ifrit's Blessing, which is just self-ignite, so that way I can put myself on fire so I get that that exponential damage from Ifrit's Blessing. In case you don't know what Ifrit's Blessing does, it makes it so if you hit a burning entity, you'll deal additional damage, and then it's exponential if you're on fire too. So you can put yourself on fire. A lot of times when you're fighting like elites and stuff, they'll put you on fire anyways, and then you just whack the hell out of them, and then have these gloves so that way you can put them on fire. Fire gauntlets, or you could put on flame aspect or whatever on your bow or on your weapon, whatever. That works too. And then this last one is like my damage spell book. I also have some other utility ones. I have a dig spell, which is just like projectile AoE break. This explosive mining is really nice. Projectile explosion AoEs. I think you could put piercing on it too. Somebody told me before you could put piercing to make it better. Why do I have 2 water spells? Okay, that's strange. I have 2 water spells. Nice. These are some fire spells I tried. This one just puts guys on fire. Projectile ignite, that's not that important. Flare is a lot better. Projectile ignite, flare, and then put a bunch of amplifies for damage. This is like a AoE fire move. It's pretty good. And then here's the ice version of that, which is cold snap, which is projectile. Oh, I put accelerates to make it faster. I forgot about that. Freeze, cold snap, and then amplifies. You don't have to put the accelerates. I just put that because I was trying to shoot phantoms. This is a dot spell I made. Projectile harm, extend times, like a poison spell kind of. You can also do this and put it on yourself, self harm with the extend times, because then it'll give you like free endurance XP. You just have to get used to the constant ticking noise, you know, when you take damage, which is kind of annoying. Arcane bolt is just projectile harm, whatever. I don't even use that. Magic mirror, super nice to have. You should have it. Warpstone, mandatory. Ankh of Prey, you should be using Ankh of Prey to level up your knowledge of death, so you can get increased chance of getting the stuff for the graves and all that. Assuming you don't have access to the materials to make the other disenchanting book, you know, this one, the Tome of Hungering Knowledge. If you don't have the materials, you have to use this one, which you get from Grey Souls. Anything else? I use simple storage on my playthrough. Simple storage isn't on RAD2. I think it's mandatory. I just love it. I can't play Minecraft without simple storage. I don't know how people play Minecraft without simple storage. Oh yeah, the XP backpack. You should make an XP backpack, tank upgrade, experience pump upgrade, and just put a bunch of stack upgrades. So you can put XP in here. You can like put in XP, take out XP. You can store it all, take it all. It's the best thing for dealing with XP, and it will keep the XP even if you die. Like if you make sure to store your XP in here, it will stay even if you die. And I have another backpack. I don't have anything crazy in here, just the auto feeder. I will switch out whatever food I'm eating at the time, you know, whatever I'm low on here. Anything else? I think that's it. I would have to go back home and look at stuff at home. Enchantment library. If you don't know about the enchantment library, this thing is like the best block in the game. It will store all your enchants, makes it easier for you to enchant stuff. Like to make a stack of enchants like this. It saves you a lot of XP by being able to do that. Probably the only thing that's important from my house that you need to know about. I think that's it. That's like the rundown of 7 curses, fast and dirty. That's it for the video, dudes. Thank you guys for watching. All right, bye guys.